Good afternoon, guys. Beekeeps. I can't hear you. Let me take this out of here. Oh yeah. I lost the little rubber things, little cone-shaped thingies that go on there, so I just stick the other part in there. It helps, I guess. Yeah, I'm doing a little ballot harvesting today. I mean, I'm sorry, I apologize. Pallet harvesting, not ballot harvesting. Yeah, we're not doing that. So yeah, what I'm doing here is I just haul 3 at a time. I got these nice, look at these beauties, guys. Look at these beauties. They are beautiful, beautiful. Now what you got to do here to use your pallet wrecker, you have to get, I'm gonna have to do it on both of these. Over here you won't have the problem, see, because you can get your pallet wrecker in here. It cantilevers and pries these off. But when you're, and I can do the same here, but when you're on the top, for this deal here, I will do the bottom first. I'll pop all these bottom ones first. And then I can get in here then with a hammer and knock off the first one right here. Knock this one off. And then I can get in there, pop, 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 and pop them right out. Those ring nails are a booger, guys. I'm telling you, they are a booger. Here, I may have a little issue on this particular pallet. See what they've done here? They put those big old 4x blocks in there. But I think my tools still work. If not, I'll have to beat them off of there with a hammer. But it'll be wide enough to get in on those. So yeah, this is some beautiful wood. I mean, I'm thinking this is, let me smell it. Yeah, it's pine. I'm smelling pine is what I'm smelling here. I thought it was oak, but it's pine. But it's a beautiful wood. You can use them. I'm getting a little stockpile. Small stockpile of them. I want this thing filled all the way up into here, see? And then when that mission's accomplished, I've harvested all that. I had this wood the other day. All that wood there came off of 3 pallets. All that side lumber I'm gonna make, yeah, came from 3 pallets. That's a lot of wood. And then I've got 3 more here. So I'll fill up this entire chamber. It's the way I usually roll. I'll fill up that whole chamber, that whole little nook there with sideboards. I chop them all. I set up my chopper. I set up my chopper and set up my fence at 21 5/16, and I just start getting chop happy. I just processed this one. I've cut the sides off. So you set up and just buzz right here. I used to take the whole timber, but rarely could I get 2 21 5/16 boards out. And I said, why am I busting my ass for doing that when I can just whack that off, 3 pallets, and harvest just this center wood. So that's what old Steve-O does now. And I like to try to find them like this. There's some other ones, some really oddball sizes. It gets crazy. So I just throw the extra out here when I get a bunch of these. And Miss Daisy says, when are you gonna, Steve-O, when are you gonna clean up your mess? Yeah, ooh, look at that. We got a heck of a rain came in here the other day, guys. Our rainy season's about 36 days away. We're already getting some nice rain showers. So I like to try to work between the raindrops, you know. And yeah. The tallow trees are blooming, guys. The tallow trees are starting to bloom, and I'm getting a lot of them in this area. It's an invasive tree. It grows all here in the southern portion, I understand. It's Chinese tallow. So I understand China has a ton of that stuff, okay? It's like I said, an invasive tree, but here in Florida. But it's like the Brazilian pepper. It's getting crazy, wild everywhere. So anyway, not much you can do about it other than harvest it, you know. Let the bees work it. So more the merrier for Steve-O. You bring on the invasive trees. I'll just keep clipping them back. I want to take you out back and show you something real quick here. we just harvested one little batch of bluebirds, and for whatever reason, this is the only box they like. This is the only one. We got all these boxes here. We got this thing. It's an old mailbox I turned into a birdhouse. Got one here, one there, one over there. The only one they like is this one. Isn't that funny? And it's facing west. Yeah, it's facing west. The saw palmetto. This is saw palmetto. I don't think in this little patch I have anything. Look at this. I got a little bluebird. She's dive bombing my head, and she's not even had an egg put in there yet. She's already getting protective. Look at her bombing me. There she goes. Looks like a little male right there. Oh, he's got his girlfriend with him. They're up there mating right now. Right there. The two little lovebirds. Anyway. I don't see any saw palmetto stalks in here, but all around my neighborhood there's plenty. The tallow trees, Hippie John's got one over here. I've got one in the swamp I'll show you. I just went around with a round of sugar water on all the baby nukes. Gave them a round. I got my interior feeder for my queen cell builder. That's in the bottom chamber now. We'll get that going here soon. I got to load it with bees. Check this out. We had the video, you know, yesterday I guess it was. And so anyway, I've created these little guys. Just junk that I had, okay? And here's what I've come up with. I've got some homemade frames. They're made out of pallet wood, okay? I cut these little end deals. I cut these on a table saw. I set it up about whatever that is. I think it's 7/8 high. And I ran them through this way, through the saw, and then I turned it this way and ran it through the saw because it had a little more meat on this side than here. So I ran the blade was favoring there. So that's what I did. Ran it through against the fence, stood it up, ran it through. Then I had some in stock. I fired up my crock pot, and it was a bunch of beeswax in that. And I had some hemp string, and I laid down and I stapled it. Pulled the string over. I left the tag in hanging here. I stapled it there. Then I folded it over and stapled it again. Now that dude is locked on. Then I pulled it tight and held it with my thumb. The other hand I went blap right there. Then I folded this tail back over and hit it again. Then I fired up had a little paintbrush in my crock pot with that wax, and I just ran just dampened it. That thing is welded on there, guys. I mean, it's there. That piece of hemp. So you got 5 of these in here. And what we'll do, like I told you before, we'll incorporate these into a larger colony. I may even make some of these in 3 or maybe 4 framers instead of 5 framers. These would be short little mini nukes. These things are going to work fantastic. And of course I use the 1/4-inch backer board as a lid. Save your plug when you bore the hole out. And you just bond tight that plug right to a piece of free pallet wood. And what do you got, guys? What do you have there? You have a very economical queen mating box. You can put cells in here. You can put a virgin queen in here. You can do a walk away with these. And I'm going to have a bunch of these. They're going to be cooking 24/7, not 365, but whatever. I mean, the bees were having a little hard time finding my pollen sub that's in this tube here. So I put out a little bottle, and it's empty already. I got to put some more in there to keep them coming over here so they can find that pollen sub up in there. These bees here are looking active today. That's nice. I love it. I got to clean up this boneyard. I got a boneyard here with a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. These are some of the old tops that I'm phasing out, and I can utilize a few of these. Don't have many left. Don't have many of these left, and that one's rotting out, as you can see, so it's going to be garbage. But yeah, I'm going to utilize those little. Here's one here I made up. Actually, what I did here, guys, let's peek in this. You might like this. What I've got in here is this, and this is opened up. This is opened up, and we're right in beetle country here. Let me tell you something. This is beetle country. I put some holes in there just big enough for a beetle to get inside of. And so far no beetles have come in. But I made a pollen patty that they're not going to be able to resist. I'm telling you right now, guys. I'm kicking their ass pretty good with beetle barns inside my hives. Yeah, I'm kicking their ass quite nicely. But I'm going to have this set up. This will be an experiment. I've got some other containers that I'm going to make up and bait up. But if this works, that'll be kind of cool, because we can, I see something stupid over here. Oh, it's not too stupid. It's just one frame left out. But here I wanted to show you this tree here. And for whatever reason, I don't see a bloom on it. But this is a tallow tree right here, guys. This is a Chinese tallow. See the leaf? They're quite invasive. And how the seed got here, I'm not sure. My neighbor John tells me squirrels will grab them and run them all over the place and plant them. So anyway, this one is disappointing, because the one over in John's yard, but it's quite a few years. It's at least 10 years old. And then I have one due east of me over here that it isn't going into full bloom. So that's a great honey source. So yeah, quick video today. I thought I'd show you what I got going on. Here's one I got to open on tomorrow. On Wednesday, I got to open the little flap door right there and let them fly. Hey guys, thanks for checking in with old Steve-O. I went around and fed everything. This one needs more food though. I fed everything. All the bees are happy, and I hope you're happy, and I'll see you real soon. Bye bye.